I walk right through his security, walk straight to Salman Khan, put out my right hand and say, "Hi Salman sir, my name's Jayraj, I will be interviewing you today." Okay, in case you didn't know, this dapper young man is Salman Khan. One of the biggest movie stars in India. He's basically the face of the classic commercial masala Bollywood. I'm talking one punch and he's dropping like 40 dudes. The most famous dance moves, making fans go crazy every time his entry scene plays on the big screen. And of course, every now and then, he's known to maybe take his shirt off, like rarely. You gotta love Bollywood. Now, before this entire pandemic started, I got a chance to potentially interview Salman Khan to promote one of his new movies, Dabangg 3. Yeah, I was going crazy! Now, usually how this stuff works in Bollywood is kind of all over the place. You never actually know if an interview is gonna happen until it actually is happening. Sometimes you find out last minute, you might have to wait a while. There's a lot of factors. This right here is usually what it looks like behind the scenes, okay? These are all different shows that have their sets put up, and the actors kind of bounce from one to the next, doing interviews at each one. Now, when I first got the call that I would be interviewing Salman Khan, I was told that I would first interview Arbaz Khan, Salman's brother, and then Salman after that. This was our mini setup. Naturally, I was freaking out.
I think I'm about to interview Salman Khan. Holy shit.
This is Salman Khan. At this point, I've interviewed quite a few actors, but at that time, man, it was my first biggie, okay? I was kind of like an interview virgin. I was just getting warmed up. I didn't know what the hell was going on. Anyways, the interview with Arbaz Khan went great. After that interview was done, I told Arbaz that, yo, I'm waiting to interview your brother next. And word for word, this guy goes, haha, you're gonna be waiting all night. Thankfully, he was wrong, okay? No, we did not have to wait all night. Instead, we only had to wait like 3 days! Yes, 3 days, you heard me correctly. Yeah, 3 days. After Arbaz left on that first day, we waited for like 4 to 6 hours. Every time someone from Salman's team would come in, we would ask them like, yo, is there any update? Is he ready? Is he almost here? Whatever, whatever. Eventually, a few hours go by. We asked for another update, and I remember this girl on Salman's team was like, oh, bhai to chale gaye. Oh, Salman sir is gone. Come back tomorrow. He left and we didn't even know. Now, there's a certain level of understanding with this. Like, in general, over there, things are often all over the place. This is Salman Khan, one of the busiest guys in the country. Like, I get it. It's Salman Khan. If Salman says come back tomorrow, you come back tomorrow. If he says come back the day after, you do that too. If Salman Khan told me to eat shit, would I eat shit if Salman Khan told me to? I mean, I consider it. Anyway, so we come back the next day, wait for a few more hours, and then finally, we find out he left again. This is a true story. Now, usually we wouldn't go to this much extent for just one interview, but it's the biggest star of the country, man. Don't forget. I will wait 3 days for that man. I will wait 4 days for that man. I will potentially maybe eat shit for that man. Would I? And then comes day 3. Here actually is a picture of me in a rickshaw on the way there. I'm not gonna lie, day 3, I was actually super excited. Let me tell you why. During this time, Salman Khan was simultaneously promoting his new movie, Dabangg 3, while filming for his next movie, Radhe, which actually just came out last week. So for day 3, they told us to show up literally on the set of Radhe, where he would be filming, and in between scenes, they were like, oh, maybe we'll squeeze the interview in there. No other channels were there, it was just us on the set of his movie. Now, quick side tangent. See that? I'm on the side. God, I'm hilarious. Actually though, this was unreal for me, man. In case you didn't know, I grew up obsessing over Bollywood. In fact, one of my goals is to become a Bollywood actor. And the fact that now I was going on a Salman Khan film set, unreal. So, we get there, right? Everything is set up in this one huge, large warehouse type thing, okay? There's one door that everyone has to walk through to enter this large space. The main part of the warehouse was made into the film set. There was a scene being made. It was like in a restaurant. They had it all set up, man. I wish I had like proper footage to show you guys, but I don't. And they let us set up our mini set for the interview on the side. I actually have this one picture. Now, you can't see much, but I promise you that what's happening behind that wooden wall is Bollywood magic. It was so dope, man. I could literally see them filming and setting it all up. So first, when we got there, Salman Khan was not there. They're setting everything up, right, getting ready, doing all this film stuff. But remember, there's only one door to enter this place. So like every 5 seconds, I'm basically just looking at the door to see when/if this man will ever enter. And then the door opens. And Salman Khan himself walks through, man, followed by his bodyguard, an entourage of his team, and he's walking up to set, just looking like Salman Khan, man. This man has like an adal. He's walk like a star. I don't know how to explain this. First time in my life seeing him in person is crazy. So he goes to work the scene, right? And there was like this special Korean action team there to help with the stunts. I saw Prabhudeva there, the director, and everyone like working together. Yeah. And I literally saw this one guy teach Salman Khan how to do this one stunt where he was like literally running through a window. I saw this window shatter and everything happened. And then he was teaching Salman to like slide, grab this dude's leg, one of the villain's legs, and like turn and pull him down. All this action shit was happening in front of me and I was watching it behind the scenes. It was crazy. Sorry, I'm geeking out, I know, but there's more. So like I said, right, Radhe just came out last week. Go watch it if you're trying to see a classic Salman Khan thriller. I went to go see this movie here in theaters and recognized the scene that I saw them film.
And I will clean the city up.
That cut, that quick cut that you just saw, I saw the BTS of that and more that's in the movie, and it's just crazy to me, man. Whew. Man, mini me, like little small Jayraj would be freaking out. I mean, I'm also old me, so I guess also freaking out, but this is just crazy. I cannot believe that I got to experience this. Okay, back to the point. So after they worked for some time, Salman Khan leaves the warehouse and goes back to his trailer, and we see this and we're like, oh shit, man, is the interview, is it gonna happen, is it not gonna happen? But I'm gonna be honest, at this point, I was already pretty content in just seeing everything I had seen, and I was on like cloud 9. At this point, it had been many hours in total of us waiting. But the day was not yet over, man. The door opens again, and Salman Khan walks back in. But instead of walking to the set for the scene, he walks directly towards our set. Now, as soon as my team recognizes this, they like jump into action, making sure the cameras are all good, double checking everything. As this man, this legend and superstar of Bollywood, walks towards our set, I like meet him halfway and we start walking together. Yo, let me tell you how intimidating this is, bro. Salman Khan's a big, bulky boy, man. He also has like huge security around him. I walk right through his security, walk straight to Salman Khan, put out my right hand and say, hi Salman sir, my name's Jayraj, I will be interviewing you today. True story! Salman Khan says hi, shakes my hand, and we finish those last few steps together to the set. Even now, just thinking about this, I cannot believe this happened. So we sit down, right? I am sweating telling this story still. This is actual footage of us right before the interview started. I still cannot believe that I was sitting that close to one of India's biggest superstars, man. Billions of people love this guy, and I'm just like right there, sitting like, hey, yeah, that's me, that was me. Woo. Okay, I'm geeking out again, relax. Now, before the interview actually started, we had a couple minutes to kill while the cameras were being put in focus and all that. So while we had that time, me and my boy Salman, we're basically homies now. Salu, me and Salu. We shook hands, we talked, we sat next to each other, I'm his best friend. Me and Salu, we DM like on the regular. I mean, usually it's kind of one-sided where I send a few and then he'll send like, if I'm honest, like I've sent quite a few, he hasn't responded yet, but we're close now, we're close, we're friends. In fact, he did tell me that if he ever does get married and has a child, I will be that child's godfather. We are that close. Yeah. Just let me live my fantasy, okay? Anyways, what was I saying? Right, the time to kill before the interview. He actually like asked me questions, man. This part's real, I promise. We had like actual small talk. He asked me like where I'm from, what I'm trying to do, where I studied, all this stuff. It was very surreal. Like you have someone who's like larger than life personality on screen and even in person, man. Salman Khan knows he's Salman Khan, you know? He wasn't like outwardly a dick or anything. He just has a strong aura and a confidence in just the way he walks. And it is a little intimidating, especially as a fan who had to be like professional and all that. And just the fact that we were having that small talk, it was pretty dope, man, I'm not gonna lie. Now finally, after me and Salman Khan had talked and bonded and all that, the interview actually started. Here is a quick clip.
You've had this amazing career.
God has been very kind and so have the fans been.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I want to ask you, looking back on it and even forward, what's the biggest lesson you've learned?
To keep working hard in the right direction.
What's the right direction mean to you?
So, like in school, if you're weak in geography, you will not study geography. So if you're good in English, you just keep on studying English. Yeah. So you need to work on those bits where you're weak in.
You can watch the whole interview on AVS's website. The link is also in the description. I'm definitely more timid in that interview compared to like my personality right now. I was next to Salman Khan, okay? I was still warming up. Remember one of my first interviews? After the interview, we took some pictures and then he left. My new best friend just left, but don't worry, we got each other's numbers and everything. We're still in contact. We are still in touch. We're not in touch. And that was it, man. Just to put in perspective what this meant to me and to embarrass myself, this is something I need to show. So when I was little, like over 10 years ago, there was a small amount of time when I literally had this poster. This is a Salman Khan poster, probably 15 years old, that was on my bedroom wall. Little Jayraj had this on his wall before he got embarrassed and took it down, and Big Jayraj literally met this man and interviewed him. And the fact that I still have this thing, life's crazy, man. Don't let anyone tell you something's not possible. I am so grateful to AVS, the show that I host for, Asian Variety Show. Shout out Raju sir, I love you. Grateful to my my friend Shivani for introducing me to this world in the first place. To watch my whole interview with Salman Khan, you guys can check it out only on VIDS. The link is in the description below. At this point, I've interviewed quite a few actors. Let me know in the comments who else you guys want to hear about. I've got pretty good stories for each of them, so maybe I'll turn this into like a series thing. Finally, if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out so much. So if you guys liked what you saw, you want to see more, please click that red subscribe button, and you can click that little bell icon next to the subscribe button. That will turn your notifications on, so whenever I post, you will find out right away. Okay, I think that's everything. And that, boys and girls, is the time I interviewed Salman Khan on the set of Radhe. Woo! Alright, I'm gonna call Salman now. Salu, we're best friends, okay? Bye. I don't understand why he's not responding to my DMs. Did he switch accounts and not tell me?